Hello, this is Shay Jackson with Hype Math. In today's video, we will be reviewing for the 2022 Texas STAAR Math Test for 4th graders. Our concept is Fractions Review. This is part 5. Remember, 4th graders, every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. We have our 4th grade math and reading review workbooks available for purchase in our store. The links will be in the description box so that you can grab yours today. Do you need a math or reading tutor? We offer virtual one-on-one and group tutoring for 2nd to 8th grade students. Parents, you can click the link in the description box to sign up for a free 30-minute consultation. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and press the like button so that you will be alerted to new videos we upload, and also spread the word about Hype Math. Let's review adding fractions. So, in our example, we see that there are two circles being added together. They're divided into equal parts, and some parts are shaded. The first one on the left-hand side is separated into 5 total parts. That is my denominator, and there are 2 parts that are shaded. So 2/5 is my fraction. For the second circle, there are 5 equal parts again. That is my denominator, and there is 1 part that's shaded. That is 1/5. Since my denominators are the same, for our answer, we are going to keep the denominator, and all we need to do is focus on our numerators. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, so 3/5 is my answer. Let's look at another example. We have 4/12 plus 3/6. And anytime that you have denominators that are different, what you need to do is find the lowest common denominator. It's called the LCD, or you may hear LCM, which is the lowest common multiple. For this example, it is 12. So what I need to do is find the equivalent fraction for 3/6. In order to do that, what I must do is look at the denominator and ask myself, what number times 6 is equal to 12? And the answer is 2. So I'm going to multiply my numerator and denominator by 2. Let's multiply our numerators going across. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And our denominators, 6 times 2 is equal to 12. So my equivalent fraction for 3/6 is 6/12. Now I can add my numerators together. We have 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. And again, we're going to keep our denominator of 12. My answer is 10/12. But we must reduce our fraction or simplify our fraction, and that will be 5/6. And you may be asking yourself, well, Miss Jackson, how do you go from 10/12 to 5/6? Remember, whenever you are simplifying the fraction, you find the greatest common factor for both of the numbers. So in this example, it is 10 and 12. The greatest common factor, which means the largest number that can go into both 10 and 12, is 2. So I'm dividing 10 divided by 2. That is how we end up with 5. And 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. Now that's it for our first adding fractions. Our top, we have 5/6 as our answer. Let's look at our bottom addition of fractions. We have 3/5 plus 2/5. Well, my denominators are the same, so I'm going to keep my denominator for my answer, and all I need to do is add the numerators. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And we have 5/5. Now, if you notice, we made 5/5 equal to 1. And you may be asking yourself, what is that, Miss Jackson? Glad you asked. Well, with fractions, all you're really doing is dividing. So 5 divided by 5 is equal to what? Yes, 1. That is how we ended up with having an answer of 1. So remember, when you're adding fractions, you have the number and you're dividing the number by itself, it will equal to 1. And we have one more example to show that. Here we have 5/8 plus 7/8. Since our denominator is the same, we are going to keep the 8 for our answer. And now we need to add our numerators. 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. Whenever you have the numerator larger than the denominator, that is called an improper fraction. So what we're going to do is we are going to make it into a mixed number, which means I'm going to have a whole number and I'm going to have a fraction. Remember, we talked about how we can, if we divide the number by itself, is equal to 1, and this is what we did. So since our denominator is 8, we are going to be able to separate our fractions and have one part 8 over 8 plus 4 over 8, okay? Once we have that, we know that 8 over 8 is equal to 1, and now we have 1 and 4/8. But is that a simplified mixed number? No, it is not, because we can simplify our fraction. Remember, we talked about finding the greatest common factor. So that's what we're going to do for 4 and 8. And when we do that, we discover that the largest number that can go into 4 and 8 evenly is 4. So I'm going to divide 4 divided by 4. That is equal to 1. 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. We still have our whole number, so our answer is 1 and 1/2, okay? And that is it for our examples. Let's dive into our questions. And remember, we have our 4th grade math review workbook available for purchase in our store. The link is in that description box. All right. Number 25 says, which number sentence represents 2 different ways that 7/4 can be represented? Is it F, 2/4 plus 2/4 plus 3/4 is equal to 5/4 plus 2/4? Or is it G, 3/4 plus 4/4 is equal to 1/4 plus 4/4 plus 1/4? Or this is a tongue twister. Or H, 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is equal to 3/4 plus 4/4. J, 2/4 plus 3/4 plus 2/4 is equal to 7/4 plus 1/4. And in order to answer this question, we must first ask ourselves, what are we looking for? Very important question. We are looking for the number sentence representing 2 different ways to represent 7/4, okay? Now that we know what we're looking for, the next question we're going to ask ourselves is, what information can help find the answer? Well, the information that can help us find the answer is the fractions must equal to 7/4, okay? So when we're looking through our answer choices, both fractions, when we add the answer together, add the fractions together, both answers must be 7/4. So how do we solve the problem? We are going to add these fractions. So let's start with F and G first. So since we have 2/4 plus 2/4 plus 3/4 is equal to 5/4 plus 2/4, because my denominator is the same as 4, all I need to do is add my numerators. And on the left-hand side, we have 2 plus 2 plus 3. That is equal to 7. So, and it's highlighted in orange. That's 7/4. And then 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. And that is 7/4 as well. For G, since my denominators are 4, all I need to do is focus on my numerators to add them. First, the purple, start on the left-hand side for G. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7/4. And on the right-hand side, we have 1 plus 4 plus 1. That is equal to 6/4, okay? So for G, we have 7/4 is equal to 6/4. Let's look at H and J. For H, we have our denominators are the same, so all we need to do is add our numerators. On the left-hand side in green, we have 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is equal to 3, so that's 3/4. And then on the right-hand side, we have 3 plus 4. That is equal to 7, so 7/4. So for H, we have 3/4 is equal to 7/4. For J, we have 2/4 plus 3/4 plus 2/4 is equal to 7/4 plus 1/4. Again, I have the denominators are the same, so all I need to do is add my numerators. Starting on the left hand side, 2 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 7. 7/4, and then on the right hand side, 7 plus 1 is equal to 8, and my answer is 8/4. So for J, is 7/4 is equal to 8/4. So what is the correct answer? In order for me to find the correct answer, what I need to do is look at all of my answer choices and again see which number sentence represents the two different ways that we can have 7/4 as our answer, and it is F. F has 7/4 is equal to 7/4. So again, F is my answer. Let's move to question number 26. Ms. Bernstein used parts of 2 identical rolls of paper to wrap packages. The models are shaded to represent the part of each roll of paper she used. What fraction of the rolls of paper did Ms. Bernstein use to wrap the packages? A, 1/6, B, 1 3/6, C, 3/6, or D, 1 1/6. So let's look at our rolls. So for our first roll, we see that we have 6 total parts. So 6 is going to be our denominator. And for the first roll, there are 4 parts that are shaded. And then for the second roll, again, it is 6 total parts, and of that, 3 are shaded. So in order to answer this question, the first thing we need to do is discover what are we looking for. We are looking for the fraction of the rolls of paper Ms. Bernstein used to wrap the packages. Now that we know what we're looking for, the next thing I need to do is ask myself, well, what information can help find the answer? And we talked about it a little bit. First, each roll is separated into 6 whole parts. The first roll, there are 4 parts that are used because that is what's shaded. And for the second roll, there are 3 parts that were used because 3 parts were shaded. Now that we have that information, how are we going to solve the problem? Easy peasy, we are going to add the rolls together. So let's do that. We have 4, 6, because remember for the first roll, we know that there are 6 total parts, 4 that are shaded. So 4 is our numerator, and for the second roll, it's 6 total parts. There are 3 that are shaded, so 3 is my numerator. Since my denominators are the same, all I need to do is add my numerators together. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. We have 7/6. Now that we have that, what we can do is remember when the numerator is greater than the denominator, it is an improper fraction. So what we're going to have is a mixed number. Since our denominator is 6, we're going to break up our answer so that we have 6/6. Or remember, when it's a fraction, it's 6 divided by 6. That is 1. And then we'll have 1/6. So 1 1/6 is our answer when we add the fractions. So now that we know what our answer is, the next thing we need to do is look at our answer choices to see which answer shows 1 1/6. And as we're looking, we see that it is D. 1 1/6 is the correct answer. Great job, 4th graders. And that is it for Fractions Review Part 5. Wow. If you need a tutor, remember we have a link in the description box for parents to sign up for a free 30-minute consultation, and we have our 4th grade math and reading review workbooks available for purchase in our store. This is Shay Jackson with Hype Math. I will talk to you later.